brilliant. Happy days. And if you're watching this later, happy days as well. So what I'm doing is I am working on a kind of a pet project at the moment. And I'll show you what it is. I'll show you. This is basically what I'm going to paint in now. And the reason it's all cut out is because my ink pen blobbed, as it happens. And this here is a stoat. I know he's got two tails, but there's a reason for that. And the stoat is going to go just to the other side of the fox. I can't tell if it's left or right. I don't know whether I'm back to front or not. So I've done a practice one earlier to test my colors. So these are the kind of colors I'm going to use. Very, very muted. So hopefully you will enjoy it. That's all I can say to you about that. And I'm going to turn this camera around and I'm going to get this phone into my holder. Just put it into place. And I think we're good to go. Okay. So I don't know how familiar you are with super granulating colors, but I think they're absolutely amazing. Let me just lift this up so you can see the whole thing. And feel free to comment away, no bother at all. Okay, so let's see, can we get that centered a little bit? And I'm just going to get some clean water. Okie dokie. Right, so I'm using my R13. I was going to use my water brush because it's got a very good point, but it's fine either way. Okay, so now what do I have? This is one of my sets of super granulation paints, and let's have a look at the colors I have. So it's Schmincke super granulation color, and I've got urban green, urban brown, urban grey, urban red, urban yellow, deep sea violet, deep sea black, glacier brown, deep sea indigo, and glacier green. And the colors I'm going to be using are this one, urban brown, urban red, urban yellow, deep sea violet, and deep sea black. And I'm going to be using my other little mini box as well because there's some brighter colors I want to use. That's burnt umber, that's Aquarius green, and I've already decided what my general colors are going to be because I have them all here. And that's quite nice because it just means that like you feel very free when you're doing a kind of you know, when you've done a practice one already. Now where is my quinacridone burnt orange? That's the color of the fox, and this is it already in a blob because I've been using it already. So just get that out of the way. So basically it does look like that all cut out, but this will all be done digitally. I'm not a whiz by any manner of means with my with using a graphics package, and I'd love to take a course on how to do loads of things that I just don't know how to do. So anyway, so there'll be a little bit of a lag with some of this because I will be waiting for paint to dry and stuff like that. I hope I don't put my hand on anything and smudge it because I've been doing that kind of thing all day, hence cutting out physically of the shape. So this is going to be, that tail is very strange. Maybe I'll cover it up with the stoat. This is going to be a BD, a bande dessinée, because I'm a natural comic book artist, and just because I've never actually published one doesn't change that at all. You know, there was lots of reasons why I haven't done one to date. mostly to do with rearing a family, to be quite honest. Because comic book takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And I did actually, believe it or not, get a contract for one years ago, publishing deal. Do you know, if I'd accepted that, it would have been 10 years ago that they would have been published. But I didn't do it because I was very conscious that there was just no way I would have time. And so the typical life journey of a BTS army. Lovely works. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now, do you see, this is handy because I can look at that and I can see what other colours what other parts I'm painting in this orangey colour. So it's really handy. It means that it means the guesswork is gone. And you know, when you're doing a kind of a piece that you want to look really nice, you can get a little bit stuck, you know, oh, what'll I do? Oh, I'll ruin it if I do this. So it's really, really worth doing a practical what am I saying? A practice run. Now, I'm not looking at the comments except every now and then because I'm concentrating. So just bear with me. And I'll look up an answer whenever I think of it. So basically, the way it works is all these animals live in the area where I live. We share the countryside. I live in a big house made out of well, there's no point saying what it's made out of. Let's just say it's a house, because you wouldn't be familiar with the building technique unless you're really into house building. It's kind of a funny one. And the animals live in the wild. God, I sound like such a school teacher, don't I? Animals live in the... Yes, Johnny at the back. Now, where is my red colour? Actually, it was kind of nice doing this earlier because I was missing my super granulation set that I normally use. And so I had to improvise and use a different one. But that turned out that wasn't any harm at all because I ended up with like quite nice colours. Okay, let's have a look. Put on the red. I'm paranoid now that my hands are going to have paint in them. Like, it's not that big of a deal if I get paint on something because I can always just get rid of it digitally, but I don't want to make a mess. So we'll let that little red pheasant head dry off. And now let me have a look. What's next? Oh yeah, to do some pink for the clothes. So I am keeping the colours quite minimal. I want to keep them very, very soft and very muted. But let's see, I need this pink for the little shrew's nose. And I need pink for shrimp. I'll do the other half of it in orange. And then I was going to do this dress in pink. I think I will. So the thing about, if you're one of my students, you'll know this from my classes, but the thing about watercolor is it's very, very easy to handle if you do it right. And it's very, very easy to get it wrong if you don't know the rules, we'll call them the rules. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I really love about watercolor is that it's actually not difficult. Okay, I'm going to put some, what is this color here? I'm going to put some indigo blue. Hello, I'm in northern Minnesota. Hi, Ramona. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. So I'm going to put on some, this is called Deep Sea Indigo. See, look, I'm already going over the clouds. I should have used my my water brush, which has got a much better point. This is quite an old R13. Do you know what? I'll crack open my new one actually, because I actually have it. Where did I put it? Oh, my desk is such a mess at the moment. Now, I'm going to blend out that outer side of the blue. And the nice thing about the super granulating colors is they dry very unevenly, which looks really good. I really like how they look when they dry. Hi from Denmark. Hello, Hannah Marie. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I did an Instagram live earlier today, doing the practice one, and I didn't save it. I didn't save the video, so one of my students said she would have liked to have seen it, so I said okay. Do you know what I did though? I did the ears of the badger the wrong way around. They're supposed to be white with black insides, and I did them the other way around, like a big Egypt. But there you go. Have to be a bit careful with watercolor, not to let things run. Here we go. What is that? That's a field. Sometimes when it's just line drawing, you have to be careful because you can you can put the wrong color on just because you can mistake it, but you know what I mean. Just a little bit of a cloud color, and I'm going to do, wait, now where is my flipping? I have a paint set. I have a brush set, and I had it a minute ago. Where did I put it? Because my brand new R13 is in there somewhere. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to use my water brush because, hello from California. Hi, Robin. I'm just going to clean this because, sorry now, I just want to move that out of the way because I don't want any accidents. Basically, the only problem with water brushes is that, as you can see, you have to really squeeze out the water a lot to get the colour to go that's already been used. Okay, that should be okay now. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, thank you, Robin. I am going to do a very dilute kind of sludgy mix of brown and deep sea violet for the house walls to give it a kind of a warm grey. Yeah, the super granulation colours are brilliant, and I go in and out of the habit of using them. But when I'm in one of the habits of using them, I really, really enjoy it. Hello from Korea. Hi, how are you? It's really nice to have you join in. So guys, I don't know if you are one of my subscribers or not, because I don't know how this thing works, but I presume you are, otherwise you wouldn't be seeing the video. So I hope you I hope you enjoy it. Now I'm going to do the seaweed. So I've decided to put seaweed around the picture because where I live is all about the shore. It's all about the shore. It's like, I've painted more seaweed here, I think, than anything else, really. See how you can paint so finely with the water brush. This is the brand Sakura, and it's I think it's Japanese, and it's really good. It's a really, really good brand of water brush. Hello, how's Ruben? Yeah, Ruben's good actually. His tummy's making a noise. Where is he gone? I think he's gone outside. He's good. Yeah, he's good. He's in good form. He's still annoyed that he gets insect-based protein for dinner these days, because the vet said he had to, but I don't think so, because the vet reckoned he had a food allergy because he was scratching a lot. But then I went to another vet, and he said, I think I was saying this in one of my other lives, the other vet said that a food allergy in a dog is extremely rare when it comes to scratching. He said that he did a special course, it did a 2-year course on scratching, believe it or not, in dogs, because it's the most common thing. It's the most common reason a dog comes into a vet is scratching, as you can imagine. And the vet said that if you look at a dog's irritated patches when he's been scratching, it's always where he's been in contact with the undergrowth. So, like, it's always on their little undersides, on their little legs, you know, their ears, wherever they've been kind of like in the undergrowth. And Ruben practically lives in the undergrowth because he's a terrier. He just adores the undergrowth. And he's always got fur that's full of little burrs, you know, the little sticky balls that you pick up, the seeds. And sure enough, when the vet showed me his underside, he said, look how where he's red from scratching. It's always around his little tummy and around his parts that have been in contact with the nature, you know. So I thought that made sense. And the vet said, he was a vet that's been in the business for a long time, and the vet said that he gave me the percentages of reasons why dogs scratch, and he said that it's only 2% is down to food allergies, genuine food allergies. And basically, if your dog's got a food allergy and starts scratching, then the vet would say, look, you have to give it an insect protein-based diet. Anyway, so we did, and we felt kind of bad because, like, insect protein's not very tasty. But it's also a bit expensive, but never mind that. So that's what Ruben's been on recently, and I'm not going to buy any more of it because I feel too sorry for him. But more to the point, I just don't think he needs it. So yeah, and then there was, I don't know. Anyway, I changed vets, so there you go. I like the vet he's with now. I like the other ones too, but just tried it for a change, I guess. And there you go. Okay, so there's the little bits of seaweed. And this is great, actually, having a practice one before, because, as I say, it really, really takes the pressure off trying to wonder what colours to do what, even though I changed it up a little bit, so it's not exactly the same. Okay, time for... What should I do those mussels in? Oh, yeah. Mixture of deep sea violet and deep sea black. There we go. There's some mussels. This is an oyster. Do that nice and light. This is real oyster country around here. Real oyster country. And I'm going to give... Does Ruben like the new vet? Ruben doesn't like going to the vet, full stop. But I have to be honest, both vets were incredibly gentle with Ruben, incredibly gentle. And, you know, they talk to him and all the rest of it, and they try and cuddle him, and, you know, they're so nice to him. They're so nice to him. But if Ruben could not, it's not possible for him to reverse further from the vet table. It's not possible. He literally has gone as far as he can go. And, he does not like going to the vet. He does not like going to the vet. But then Ruben is funny little fella, you know. He's scared of everything. He came from very serious Jack Russell stock, and by serious I mean that they were all trained from the beginning to catch rats and to dispatch them, not to put too fine a point on it. But Ruben just runs a mile when he sees anything, whether it's a butterfly or a rat or a mouse, or even the scratching of a mouse you know, in the corner. Ruben just, you know, that he gets that terrified look, and he wants to run out. So now I'm using a bit of Aquarius green. So in terms of a rodent dog, he's in complete fail. And in terms of a dog that makes us all have a hugely improved mood, he is the best dog in the universe, because he's just wonderful. We just love him. Just looking for my green Appetite Genuine. So this is a beautiful color. Namaste from Nepal. Hello, how are you, Shri? How's it going? So let's just pop this one in here. So this is Green Appetite Genuine by Daniel Smith, and it's really, really nice. It's highly granulating, and I love Aquarius green too, but what's really nice about the Green Appetite Genuine is it's got a little bit more yellow in it. So I'll do the field with that. And of course my ink is waterproof, so I've nothing to worry about here. Let's have a look now. Get this in here. So this is a really lovely color. It's a beautiful shade of green. And what's lovely about the super granulating colors, if you're familiar with them, is that they dry very in little flecks. And the nice thing about doing this piece in color and these gentle colors is that once I get these colors down, well, that's my palette, you know, that's for the story that I'm constructing. I've hesitated to say writing because it feels like it's already, hi Ramona. No, they're not any closer. I was hoping to get an update today. I was hoping to get a delivery date from the factory, but it's late in the evening now, so I don't think it's going to be coming today. I don't think the delivery date will be coming today. But what I was thinking of doing, you see, I want to make a big splash and make a nice YouTube showing all the ins and outs of the sketch pockets, but I don't want to do that until I have literally a pre-order link that people can click, because otherwise I kind of, you know, waste the first opportunity, if you know what I mean. I meant to do that. Feels lighter. Never mind. Yeah, so but I'm still hopeful that it will be, there's no reason why they won't be here at the end of November, which is a whole month later than I was hoping. But what can you do? What can you do? Nothing is what I can do. Nothing. I cannot speed it up. I've done everything I can to, like anytime the factory want me to pay for something or give them instructions on something, I don't waste any time. I do the response there and then, go to the bank, whatever it is, you know, so that it doesn't take an extra few days. And I just can't go any faster. So it's frustrating. I can see Ruben sitting outside. You know what's really cute about him? It's late in the evening here in Ireland. It's been raining all day, but there's one shaft of sunlight going across the lawn. I wish I could take a picture of it. And Ruben is sitting in the one shaft of sunlight, and it's very lovely. His little white body is all lit up. So now I can go over, there's a hair there. Now I can go over the bits that are close to the orange because it's dry. I was kind of hoping this live and it was. Sorry, Ramona. I know. Listen, I know. I'm the same. Believe me, I just want so badly for them to be available. Just bear in mind that I only have 1/10 as many white ones as I have black ones. Because I just didn't see the white being as popular as the black. But personally, I'm going to love wearing I'm going to love using my white one with my white jacket. I don't know, that's just me being greedy. But I use the black one every single day. Don't go anywhere without it. And in fact, I came down to the studio without it this morning. And I was very hamstrung without my little bits and pieces, to be honest. Don't think there's any more green I have to do there. Next up is yellow. Now I'm not using bright yellow. I'm using this one, which is it's called yellow, and it's a granulating yellow. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to do the beak of the heron. I'm being a bit sloppy there, going outside the lines. Beak of the heron, beak of the owl, even though owls don't have yellow beaks. Beak of the the sparrowhawk. Beak of the pheasants. It's a nice yellow, actually. It's kind of quiet yellow, which I suppose is the point. Was there any other yellow I was supposed to do? Oh yeah, and the yellow of the clams. There we go. There's another one. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so I've got pink again. Where's that little palette? I'm going to use this pink for the shrew's tail. There we go. And I was going to use, pink for the shrew's feet and for the shrew's little hands. I'm having such a good time writing this book. I have it all written in my head, which is a first for me. I've never actually gone that far before. I've started books in the past, but I've certainly never done something so personal and local. So I'm really, really psyched about that. I'm really, really delighted. I don't know. I sort of felt when it would come, and it would come easily. And that seems to be exactly what's happened. It seems to be falling out of me, as they say. So I'm obviously I'm over the moon about it. Because I know this is going to sound crazy, but like, I've been building up to this all my life. I've been, like, you wouldn't think, when you look at me drawing, you wouldn't think that I've never written and published a book before, because, you know, it comes so easily to me. But and I don't blame the publishers for turning me down. I used to, but I don't, because my work wasn't good enough. It wasn't right. It wasn't ready. And not ready is not ready. It doesn't matter how good you are. you know, that's just the way it is. When the time is right, you'll produce the goods, and it's like anything. When it's meant to be, it'll come really, really easily. And it seems to be coming really, really easily. And you know, the weirdest thing is, don't even go on my phone, you know, to kill time and scroll, whatever. I don't waste time on my phone. I just want to work on the project and just go all out. And for me, not going, and I'm sure for you guys as well, not going on my phone, that is something. That is something. Just going to do a little stroke of orange for the top side of the prawn. I can fill in that bit of green later. Now we've got a deep sea indigo, I think it's called, for the little young badger's dress. A little bit darker than the blue sky it's next to because we want it to stand out. That's down to the values thing that I'm always banging on about. So guys, I do have about 5 places left this month in my sketch club. I don't like to take too many because the vibe is lovely when it's you know, it's very intimate. It's a very intimate club. Like we get together live a couple of times a week. Well, once on a Tuesday and Tuesday evening Irish time, and once on a Wednesday morning, just so that I try and accommodate everyone's time zone. So we get to know each other, and that's why it's limited. Limited in number, because I can't get to know everyone in the whole world, can I? Oh, the mouse is back. Flipping hell! I thought I'd frightened the mouse into leaving, but I guess I haven't. Stupid mouse. Basically, I've got a mouse in my ceiling. Hello, JRSINSF. Salut. There's my little shrew. And what's next? See, basically, guys, I personally, I could moan and say, oh, I don't know how to use Procreate on an iPad. But to be quite honest with you guys, I don't like any art done on a Procreate machine that's supposed to look like hand done art. I don't mind things that are deliberately supposed to be looking digital on a iPad, but I cannot abide the type of stuff that's supposed to be kind of like hand done looking. Oh my god, I hate it. So I like doing stuff by hand, you know. I really like, and I don't care that it's a bit labor intensive. That's the pleasure of it. Like, why? I'm not doing it to get it done. I'm doing it to do it. You know what I mean? It's an absolute pleasure. So this is a common lizard. It's called a common lizard, and it's Irish. And they're brown. I'd love them to be bright green or turquoise or something, but they're brown. They're brown, and they've got a few spots. Now, I didn't plan for this lizard to have its hand right in front of the owl's face. Sorry, owl. But there you go. It's just the way it is. Procreate has its own aesthetics, so why pretend you're doing it by hand? Exactly. And like, I'm all for the strong, bold colours, you know, of Procreate. Like, I'm all for that. I love it. You know, genuinely. But no, this fake watercolor look. Oh my god, I think it's hideous. And you see people using it. I'm thinking, what are you doing? You've got such a lovely way of, and ink as well. Like, again, don't pretend you're doing an ink line. Anyway, that's me. I'm afraid that's my opinion. Now, I made a mistake here. I put 3 brown creatures next to each other. Now they just look like brown sludgy people. So that wasn't a good idea. Okay, never mind. Once I put on their little coats, I can make them be different colours. This is the breast of the pheasant. And it's a lovely rich brown. Aren't pheasants so pretty though? Aren't they just lovely? That's his little tum-tum. Just fill that in like that. Probably not very good. And then Hockney's been doing amazing art on his iPad. It looks like iPad art, so win-win. I'm afraid I disagree. I don't like anything David Hockney does on his iPad. It's weird. I'm in a group of one, and you cannot, like, I really want to find someone who agrees with me and you know, thinks it's dreadful. I'm sorry to use that word, but like, you know, sadly that's what happens if you put yourself out there, whoever, and it's me as well. I mean, you know, anybody. Yeah, no, nobody agrees with me. Nobody. I'm in a group of one. Everybody's like, yeah, David Hockney, wow. But then I have got some unpopular opinions. I have very unpopular opinions about other people as well, who are famous and, you know, revered and respected. And like, I look at them and I go, that's not very good. That line isn't very good. But there you go. There you go. You know, no one's asked me. No one's asked me for my opinion at all. No one has said, Ro, can you give me your opinion on, you know, this particular artist who's having an exhibition, which, by the way, who isn't at the moment. There's nobody having an exhibition that I can think of. I'm not referring to anyone in particular, but yeah, I mean, it's bad though, because like I went to one recently enough with someone, and I was like, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to kill the buzz, and then they were discussing it afterwards, and so I said, well, actually the drawing's extremely poor, and oh my goodness, it didn't go down well. But there you go. There you go. And I did it with a paint brand as well. So the paint brand was they had a, you know, someone hired to use their paints and make them look good. And there's a couple of things you can't do with watercolor. You can't go at it with your brush before it's fully dried, unless it's just brand new and wet, because you'll make it lift and go all muddy and everything. And anyway, that's what the person was doing. They were thumping it with the brush, thump, 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 thump. And I couldn't stay quiet, unfortunately. And I just said, listen, you get the real beauty of the colour if you just let it dry first. And okay, well, that's interesting. I haven't found anybody who dislikes his current iPad stuff. So I guess I need to work a little bit harder to find someone who's going to be a misery boots like me. But yeah. No, I like his painting. I mean, I'm not crazy about his portraiture. I don't think it's particularly skillful, but I do love, like, I love his swimming pool ones. And I loved what he was doing with the landscape. The huge big landscapes he was doing a couple of years ago. I thought they were lovely. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I work from life. So, you know, I don't work from photos at all. Clearly, I've used photos for all these animals. It's a joke. But yeah, so I really thank you for saying that. That's very kind of you. Appreciate that. I'm the only drawback to working in Galway is that I suffer with the cold. I'm a chicken. I have a bad circulation condition, and I have Raynaud's syndrome very, very severely, and my hands go cold and white and painful very quick. So I don't get very long before I have to pack it in. which is a pain. And of course, it never stops raining in the west of Ireland, so that doesn't go well with that doesn't go well with watercolor. Does Ireland have an animal commonly called a funky skunk? No, we don't have that. No, we do not have any animal at all that emits a bad smell. Unless you count Reuben. But that's mean. That's mean. Poor Reuben. Reuben's lovely. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He wants to come in. Sorry, one sec. Can he come in? Yeah. Reuben. What was I going to say to you? What colour will I do this jacket? Oh yeah, I think I had a kind of glacier black. No, we don't have any skunks. What do we have? The mammals we have around here are foxes, badgers. We have seals. That's supposed to be a seal. Doesn't really look like a seal. What else do we have? Foxes, badgers, seals, and then they get smaller. We have stoats and we have pine martens, and we have rabbits and hares, and we have mink, unfortunately, introduced. And what other? Oh, of course, I was going to say, flipping. You know what we have? We have rats. Ugh. We have rats and we have mice, and we have. What else do we have in terms of? Oh, we have shrews. We have shrews, and we have. We have shrews. We have bank voles. We have voles. What else do we have? I can't think of what else we have actually. I think I have to do a sky around that, because otherwise the animals are kind of not. They're kind of itty bitty, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to see if I can do a bit of sky around these guys. Now that you see, that's too close in value to the heron. That doesn't work at all, so I'm going to have to lift that. Oh, flip, it's not lifting. Okay, that just means I have to darken up the heron. That's a bit stupid of me now. There we go. Maybe I can lift it. It's weird, the super granulation paint doesn't seem to lift as well as regular paint, which just comes off if you attack it immediately with lots of clean water. There we go, nice and smooth. And the other side, I want to have white edges, because otherwise I'll end up, what colour breast does a sparrowhawk have? I have a funny feeling it's just white. Maybe I could make him a bit orangier so that it doesn't look so much the same as its neighbours. That's a bit better, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully I'll find a publisher for this, and if not, well, I guess I'll just have to be happy with having finally produced a story that I have wanted to produce. I didn't want to take that up to the edge, but I've done it now for a long time. Do you know what I'll use? I'll use the airbrush tool and soften out the edge, even though it wouldn't be my first choice now. So I have to finish out the seals jumper. I guess I'll call that, I'll give it a grey, because no, I won't give it a grey. Will I give it a purple? Yeah, maybe I want to give it a kind of a natural wool. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give it a very, very dilute yellow colour, because I want to make it look like the natural undyed colour of the wool that we have. Sheep, there we go. That's fine. A little bit of white on one side. And there's its Aran jumper. And then that, like, I can do it better when it's actually in the story, but at least that stands out a bit. Now, finally, what colour did I give the... What colour will I give the pheasants? A pheasant's suit. Can I do that there? No, not really. It's a bit strong. You have to be careful with super granulation, or you'll be stuck with it. You can't just kind of experiment with it like you can with regular colour and just say, okay, I didn't like that, and then lift it off. No, you're stuck with it. So you have to be kind of bold with it and just say, okay, it's a bit of green, it's a bit darker, just to increase that value and make those things stand out a bit more. Okay, I think we're nearly there actually. The rest can be done digitally, of course. I can just, what's the word? I can digitally, I've only just discovered how to cut something out digitally that it doesn't use the path tool, because I always use the path tool up until now, and it can be very fiddly and it doesn't really work, especially if you've got things like whiskers and stuff that you want to have a clear edge around. So so I've just discovered that there's a thing called, oh, hedgehogs. Thank you, Christine. Thank you for reminding me. And you're right, I did mean to have a hedgehog in this. Thank you for reminding me. My goodness. So yeah, I will actually add a hedgehog to the list of characters. I have one actually drawn in my little preparatory book. I just totally forgot about the poor hedgehog. Poor hedgehog. How about the dilute yellow on the owl's face to face as the hospital? That's not a bad idea. The only thing is it's a barn owl and they have beautiful white faces. But you're not wrong. That would have worked quite well. No, the last color I have to choose is the pheasants. Do you know what I'll do? I'll do the pink because I haven't used the pink for a while. The only pink is down here in the little baby foxy. So yeah, I think I'll do that. That would balance quite well. And he is a kind of he's supposed to be kind of like a dandy. So pink, that didn't come out very pink. It's more orange, but doesn't matter. I could do a little bit of pink. Do a little bit of urban red and a bit of Shinhan Premium. There we go. Oh, squirrels and otters, thank you, Litaman. Squirrels and otters, thank you. I forgot about otters. God, I'm so useless. I forgot about otters. I'm kind of torn between representing all the animals here in this story, which I wanted to do, and keeping the story doable, because each animal gets a full kind of a BD, a bande dessinée, a full story. So as you can see, it's called Stories of Stradbally West, which is the area where I live, and you can see that online if you feel like doing that. It's the most beautiful part of countryside. What am I doing there? I'm trying to show that the mussels are reflecting in the water, but you have to be very careful not to kill the reflection altogether. Okay, that's basically it, I think. There, it's a bit better. That's about it, guys. So listen, I want to thank you very much for your presence, because it makes it oh, thank you, Christine, you're very sweet. Thank you. You know, it makes a big difference to me, because I've been in 7 a.m, which is, it's 10 hours ago, it's 10 and a half hours ago. And because you know the way it is when you've got a creative project, you just are burning to get out. So and it's really nice, because I mean, I have my lovely family in my home, but it's really nice when I get to actually hang out with some of my people who enjoy my work. And so there you go, guys. That's it. The Story of Stradbally West. And then I think I showed you, didn't I show you the stoat? So the stoat is too big at the moment, but that's okay. I can reduce the stoat, and then I'll slot him into the side. Because it wasn't balanced. I needed something on the left. All right, guys, listen, once again, thank you for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. And I guess thanks Christine, thanks a million. No, I'm really enjoying it, and more to the point, I have a really good story to go with it. And thanks, Hannah Marie. So guys, have a lovely weekend, and yeah, I guess keep an eye out on the old YouTube, and I'll keep you updated with bits and pieces. And of course, I'll let you know when the sketch pocket comes out as well. All right, guys, have a super weekend. Thanks so much for being with me today. See you again. Bye.